Hello, everyone, and thank you for visiting my channel. Today, I want to talk about whether it's a good idea to find a good Filipina in a church, or is it better to find them at a social event? This is a long sought after question, which I know many of you might be curious about. Stay tuned. For many expats who choose to live or retire in the Philippines, one of their main goals, whether openly stated or kept private, is to find a loyal, loving Filipina to share their life with. The romantic idea of a sweet, soft spoken, caring Filipina has been a strong motivator. However, finding the ideal Filipina who truly desires a committed, long term relationship rather than just seeking money is not always easy. Even though the Philippines has many kind hearted, genuine people, there still exists many love scams, mismatched motives, and cultural misunderstandings. A common piece of advice in expat circles and forums is if you want to find a good Filipina, go to a church. The reasoning behind this advice is simple. Religion plays a significant role in Filipino society, and women who attend church are often perceived as family oriented, respectful, and more likely to value long term commitment. Some argue, however, that social events such as neighborhood gatherings, volunteer activities, networking events, or hobby based meetups might be better places to find compatible partners. So, which is better? To determine whether church is truly the best place to find a good Filipina, or if other social settings might offer a more practical, lasting path to love, let's analyze this further. To start, it's important to understand how deeply rooted the church is in Filipino culture. Over 85% of Filipinos are Roman Catholic, and the church functions are more than just a religious institution. It acts as a community builder, a family heritage, a moral guide, and a social hub. Churches are involved in nearly every aspect of Filipino life, from festivals and community events to weddings and baptisms. Many Filipinas grew up attending church every Sunday, praying the rosary with their families, and taking part in parish activities like Bible studies, youth groups, and choir. Women who regularly attend church are often seen as more conservative or modest in behavior, family focused, spiritually grounded, and respectful of tradition. These qualities are often attractive to many expats seeking a life partner. One of the main advantages of meeting someone at church is that it increases the chances of sharing similar values. You have a strong foundation for building your relationship if you both believe in marriage, monogamy, and morals. Many Filipinas who go to church take relationships seriously and often see dating as a step towards marriage. For expats looking for commitment rather than casual relationships, this can be the ideal choice. In Filipino society, especially in smaller towns or rural areas, everyone knows everyone. It's likely that other churchgoers know a woman you meet there, sometimes even from her childhood. This sense of community provides a gentle form of screening. If she's respected in her church, it speaks well of her character. Similarly, if there are red flags, members may discreetly or openly warn you. Unlike meeting someone at a mall or through dating apps, a church setting is generally less focused on appearances or money. You are less likely to encounter gold diggers who are seeking an expat solely for financial gain. This doesn't mean that all churchgoers are saints, but the environment tends to attract people more concerned with faith and character than with luxury or lifestyle. Filipinas who attend church regularly often come from close knit families that highly valued marriage, raising children, and respect for elders. This kind of background is quite advantageous if you are an expat aiming to start or grow a family. Faith based groups often provide conflict resolution skills, a sense of purpose, and emotional support. Filipinas involved in their church may have a stronger emotional foundation, which can help reduce conflict or unreasonable behavior in relationships. Not everyone who attends church is truly religious or morally upright. Just like in any country, some go to church to keep up appearances. That means you might still meet a manipulative or opportunistic woman who uses religion to make a good impression. Some Filipinas may intentionally attend church hoping to find an expat, especially in areas with many expats. Their religious outwardness can be more of a strategy than an honest reflection of their true self. Church communities can be close knit and gossip a lot. If you start dating a Filipina from a congregation, especially in a small town, expect people to talk. This could either work in your favor or put pressure and expectations on you early on. If the relationship doesn't work out, you might feel awkward going back to the same church, or worse, be seen as someone who hurts a good girl.
If you date a devout Filipina, you might also be expected to attend church regularly, follow religious practices, and engage in her family's religious life. This could be overwhelming for some expats, especially for those who aren't very religious. While churches offer some advantages, churches are by no means the sole place in the Philippines to locate compatible companions. Fiestas, community outreach programs, volunteer events, professional networking gatherings, educational workshops, language exchange meetups, art exhibits or music events, fitness and wellness groups, coffee shops, or co working spaces are just a few of the venues where many expats have met devoted, courteous, and sincere Filipinas. Unlike church, where interactions can feel stiff or limited due to religious formalities, social events tend to allow for more natural and honest conversations. You get to see individuals for who they truly are, including their thoughts, laughter, interactions with others, and responses to unforeseen circumstances. This fosters the development of a relationship based on shared interests and personality rather than only looks or religious affiliation. A broader range of Filipinas attend social gatherings, while many attendees may be educated, progressive, artistic, or enterprising. Not all of them are fervently religious. Social events provide a wider range of options if you are looking for someone who maintains traditional beliefs but has a modern attitude. Not all expats are religious. It might seem hypocritical to go to church just to find a partner if you are an atheist, spiritual but not religious, or agnostic. Even if they don't attend church every week, you can still meet ladies who are kind, moral, and family oriented during social gatherings. Meeting someone during activities like walks, cleanup campaigns, or interest groups has several advantages, one of which is sharing a meaningful experience. This creates a stronger foundation for a relationship than merely bumping into each other during Mass. As opposed to social events, where there is less community judgment, fewer expectations, and more room to get to know someone at your own pace. At social gatherings, not all Filipinas are single or looking for a partner. Some are there to network professionally, learn something new, or just have fun. This means you might spend time only to find she's not interested in dating, at least not seriously. In cities like Manila, Cebu, or Davao, social events tend to attract more career focused, independent minded women. Some expats find these women more assertive or westernized than expected, even if this seems nice. On the other hand, fewer social gatherings in smaller towns make it harder to meet like minded people outside of church. Some events may draw Filipinos from different educational or social backgrounds. While diversity is good, communication barriers or different lifestyle could become relationship hurdles over time. No matter where an expat chooses to meet a Filipina, several key factors are essential for building a successful and respectful relationship. Similar to the West, it is important to be aware of gold diggers in Southeast Asia. Keep in mind also that expats are often seen as wealthy, and some Filipinas may indeed seek financial support for themselves and their families. However, this does not mean that every Filipina seeking financial help is a gold digger. Here are some tips to help reduce being exploited. Number one, be observant. Look for Filipinas who are genuinely interested in your personality rather than just your financial status. Number two, talk openly about finances. As a relationship progresses, have an honest conversation with your Filipina about financial limits and expectations. Number three, don't give large amounts of money too early. Avoid offering or giving substantial amounts of money too soon in a relationship. This could change a relationship into a transactional one. Number four, understand that poverty exists, but learn to distinguish between those truly in need and those trying to take advantage of your generosity. Ultimately, there isn't a definitive better place for expats to find a decent Filipina. Both churches and social events have clear advantages and disadvantages, and the ideal choice largely depends on expats' personal preferences, goals, and the kind of relationship they seek. Churches are typically suitable for expats who favor slow, meaningful dating, a traditional family oriented partner, and shared religious values. In such settings, relationships may naturally develop into a caring community where morals and character are highly valued. However, instead of actively hunting for a partner at a place of worship, try having some patience, and the right one would come along eventually. There might be implicit expectations about religious involvement, and the number of potential matches can be limited. On the other hand,
Social events attract a wider and more diverse group of people, catering to different interests and lifestyles. They often offer better opportunities to meet more individuals, tend to be more relaxed, and allow for more casual conversations. You could also try online dating. Online dating in particular has revolutionized how expats connect with Filipinos, thanks to its unmatched reach. Nevertheless, there's also a higher risk of encountering people with different motives, such as those primarily interested in financial gain. Expats should exercise extreme caution and discernment in these environments. All right, guys, that is all for today's show. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.